Everyone, thanks for taking some time to come listen to our marketing proposal today. So our name is the Green Team, and we have a pretty interesting proposal for the greenhouse on how to generate some awesome new business in the upcoming semesters. So first off, we'll just jump in and introduce everyone. We have Dallin. He's been our communications manager, and he'll kind of talk about why we chose the product we're going to focus on, and also some of our key value propositions and things that make us unique. I'm also going to talk about our competitive situation with nearby competitors in the area, and also our buyer audience and who we think this product will be perfect for. I'm then going to jump in a little bit later as well and talk about some of the creative design decisions we made and some of the messaging of our campaigns. Then Ethan will join us. He's going to talk about some of our tactics, our funnel development, landing pages, and kind of some of the more funnel things, some more technical stuff. And Braden, our operations management, Braden Holdridge, of course, is going to talk about our expected results and what we think this will generate in terms of business revenue for the greenhouse. And then finally, Cameron's going to wrap everything up. He's been our project manager, and he's going to talk about what makes our plan unique and why we think it's very competitive. So we'll turn it over to Dallin.
So as a group, we were able to select the product that we wanted to advertise this during this course. And we ended up going with the fertilizer package because it's an all-inclusive entry-level digital marketing package. If we go ahead and take a look at what's included in the fertilizer package, we can quickly see how inclusive it really is. It includes on-site SEO, local SEO, metadata, keyword ranking, a plan to build and increase backlinks, and then, of course, auditing and plan proposal for paid media, social media, and partnerships. This is somewhat limited in nature as there's only 2 per semester, and there's a 12-week minimum project. We quickly noticed that this product itself is designed to be marketed to small and emerging businesses, and we selected this product mainly because it allows clients to focus on their business rather than their digital marketing.
Awesome. Thank you for that intro. Now we're going to jump into the competitive situation and the buyer's audience. So getting started, we took a look at what type of other companies could be competing with the greenhouse in Utah Valley. We found quite a few. We also found some that extend up into Salt Lake as well, and we considered them as competitors as well. As we looked, we were trying to find smaller agencies that are focused more on local communities, although we recognize the greenhouse does work with anybody. I think a lot of the traffic will come locally, as will these other agencies will benefit from local companies as well. So the first one we were able to identify is Noise Marketing. They were founded just a few years ago, and they're based up in Salt Lake County. Their tagline is all the marketing you need, nothing you don't. And they seem to be just getting started. They have multiple product offerings and a relatively thin web presence, but their reviews have been excellent, and they have a pretty all right client list that we've been able to identify. Another thing we have found that the competitors do is they offer multiple packages and multiple products. The greenhouse does the same thing, but for example, Max Connect, another company we're able to identify, they featured different packages for different types of companies, different industries, a lot of personalization, but they all sold as packages. They didn't really sell services individually, which is something we identified. And additionally, we found Fusion 360. This is a company based up in Draper as well. They boast very big clients and boast how much money they've spent, which to our audience, which I'll get into in a little bit, we think may turn them off. And similar with some of these other ones, they are very professional and they have great presences and portfolios. But what we've been able to identify in our audience is that might not always be what smaller businesses are looking for. So we interviewed 15 small businesses in our buyer, and we were trying to figure out what was going on, and we were trying to discover what the pain points actually were. And so as we were talking to them, we found many different things. A lot of them feel like they are excited about marketing, they just don't know where to start, or they feel like they've considered marketing agencies, but they feel like it's just too expensive and they don't know what they're getting for their money. So to kind of help us tackle this and kind of shape this, we came up with a couple of buyer personas, and I'll introduce you to one here next. This is Sam. He's an entrepreneur. He's a graphic designer. He started a company. He sells socks, and he's quite successful at it. He has quite a few sales. One thing to note is he's got about two full-time and four part-time employees helping fulfill the orders. He helps design these fun socks and ship them all across the country, and even maybe a little bit in our national neighbors, Canada. Um, he's very interested in marketing. Marketing, he knows he can take his business to the next level, and he's tried his hand a little bit at social media marketing. However, he doesn't really know much about SEO optimization, um, more complicated ad managers such as Facebook, or I guess Meta ads and Google ads and things of that nature. He loves business, he loves building, and he's definitely an entrepreneur, but he just needs help getting into the next leap. And so, as we move forward into our presentation, just keep in mind that these are some of the elements we identified when we were creating our solution for the greenhouse.
So, kind of at the center of our marketing plan, we have our key value proposition and our unique differentiated value. So, with these kind of two elements, we're able to differentiate ourselves from what the current marketplace is offering. And in order to do that, we have to take a look at what the marketplace is offering. So, what I did here is I put four different kind of screenshots of different landing pages of a few of the greenhouse's competitors here in Utah Valley. So the first one is Ouzel Media. Their kind of call to action or impact statement is get more business from the internet. Obviously, super straightforward. They're claiming that if you use their services, you'll get more business or more action, more customers from the internet to your business. Brevity marketing, their key value proposition is more than just a marketing agency. Thrive Digital is full funnel growth marketing. And then disruptive, their kind of impact statement or key value proposition is to drive immediate impact for your business. Now, obviously, each one of these is great. They probably definitely do their job. But how, now that we know these kind of key value propositions of our competitors, how can we kind of stand alone? How can we, separate ourselves from the competition? And one thing that these key value propositions all have in common is that they focus on the client's business. And again, that's not a bad thing. In fact, that's a really good thing, especially let's say I'm a client looking to grow or scale my business. I want someone that can actually, has the tools and the knowledge and the focus to be able to make that happen. Now, how can we kind of set ourselves apart? That was the big question here. So what we did was we developed a unique value proposition, and it reads, we focus on digital marketing results so you can focus on what you do best, fill in the blank. So that's going to be, running your business, fulfilling the service, designing a different product, whatever, you fill in the blank, right? So how have we created unique differentiated value? Well, rather than just solely focusing on the client's business, we wanted to kind of vertically integrate that, go one step even closer to the client. And we felt that focusing on the client was the most important thing, right? We speak to the client. We ask ourselves, like, what does success look like for them? And that requires, conversations with the client. But that's kind of the start of the messaging that we wanted to get across. And then lastly, and again, this kind of goes along with messaging, but part of creating this unique differentiated value is we want to make sure we're a partner for personalized solutions for our clients. So we're not necessarily just another digital marketing agency. We really want to create, a custom plan for our client. And when they succeed, we succeed, that type of relationship. Now, as for the value and the messaging, there's kind of four main points that I wanted to touch on. So number one, this I already touched on this just prior, but we are a partner for offering personalized solutions. We really want to drive that home. Number two is probably the most important point here. We want to leverage our knowledge, experience, and our resources. So kind of like our ethos and our logos. We want prospective clients to know that the greenhouse is the place to go if you need to grow your business. They have the knowledge, they have the experience, they have, university level resources to be able to do so. Number three, again, a very important point. We obviously know that UVUs, building a better community, giving students a chance, and that's super important as well. And then lastly, number four, we're going to be fun and creative in our message and our delivery.
Thank you, Dallin. So my name's Ethan. I'm going to be going over the key tactics that we have for our marketing plan here for the greenhouse and how they're going to relate to the marketing funnel as well as a buyer journey that we envision for someone who goes through our key tactics and what it can look like for them. And so our first key tactic that we have is the on-campus giveaway. And this on-campus giveaway will take place at UVU, and this will be good for students on campus or faculty who know friends, family that have a small business that they think could perhaps use some improvement via digital marketing, just a better online presence in general. So they can enter in this information that'll pretty much turn into a little lead for us. They can enter in this information, get us a lead, and in return they can get entered into a drawing or raffle that will allow them to win a prize such as AirPods or movie tickets, something like that. And so the next key tactic that we have is the poster frenzy. So the poster frenzy is basically, we have the greenhouse interns go to Silicon Slopes in Utah County, and they will have custom signs with our QR codes that basically are like ads, and they will be just in high traffic areas where we believe that certain small business owners who could benefit off of the greenhouse services will be to see those ads. The next thing we have is the golf tee box tactic, and that is, we believe, a great place for business owners to be where they are just trying to golf and relax and talk with either colleagues or clients, but they'll also see ads for the greenhouse. So we'll have those on the tee boxes for the summer. And again, those will be custom. They'll have QR codes that will lead them to specific landing pages where they can put in their information. Next thing we have is Google Ads. And so Google Ads will just be paid campaigns where we will be able to generate different contact information from people who click on these ads, who enter in their email address or their phone number. We'll be able to use those to generate leads as well. The last tactic that we have is the landing page. And so we have a general landing page for our own website, but I mentioned this a little earlier. The landing page will have multiple landing pages actually, where they'll be custom for each campaign that we have, and they'll be able to enter in their information and go from there. And then afterwards, later on in this presentation, the landing page will be broken down a little more so that you can understand the messaging behind it and the reason why we chose it. So in order to understand the marketing funnel and where we see this all fitting in, I picked out 4 different stages of awareness, interest, intent, and conversions. So awareness, that's our biggest focus. Our messaging is basically setting us apart as the next gen marketing agency. And interest, this is pretty closely related to awareness. This is found in areas of interest like Silicon Slopes. We were able to find that area. We also found obviously the golf courses. We feel like these are both great areas of interest that people who are looking for our services but don't know where to look for it. We feel like this is a great area for interest to be found. And we'll also, our raffle will allow greenhouse interns to be able to judge the interest off students who are entering in the raffle as well. So intent, that'll be really critical to gauging the effectiveness of the awareness and interest parts of this funnel. We'll be looking out for leads from the landing page, raffles, and also the website interactions, just to see how effective they are. And finally, we have conversions, and this is the comprehensive indicator of our campaign success, basically. And so the outcome of these leads, and if it generates to actual conversions as well, as a result of these interns following up.
I wanted to jump back in and talk a little bit about some of our creative design and our messaging and kind of the reasonings and thoughts we put behind it. So we sat down and kind of figured out what some of our messages would be. What are the things that we want to share and show off that would have the greatest impact to our customers or our potential customers? So the first thing we thought of is our poster frenzy. What messages do we want to get out to the community to help them understand who the greenhouse is and what we offer? So we came up with a few flyers. This is the one we'll show you. But essentially, the main tagline is "Help us help you. Tomorrow's marketing today." This highlights the unique value proposition that the greenhouse offers, where it is tomorrow's marketers doing your work today, as in we have students operating the whole company, essentially. Another thing we also thought was nice is it kind of plays into this idea of next generation marketing. You're getting the latest marketing, as in students who are learning the latest trends in marketing will be doing your work for you. Another thing too is we wanted to kind of have a sense of humor. So that's kind of with the "Help us help you." There's a little bit of an energy there that is help a college student. I think a lot of these entrepreneurs were probably college students, or maybe they weren't. But there's a plight and a charity towards college students, hence all the student discounts and stuff. And so this idea kind of helps play into that to leverage that unique differentiating factor that we have students operating this. Additionally, we have a little banner up top that just kind of came in, and that is a sign that we would have the students holding and kind of shaking outside some of the places we've identified. Once again, this kind of leans into the desperation and also the hard work ethic you'll get when you use the greenhouse services. Moving on, this is an example of what we would put at the golf tee box. We want it to be relevant to the placement, and so we have referencing to golf, drive your brand to the green, which also plays into the greenhouse. And then we have a message that clearly identifies what the greenhouse is. Now, this one is not so reliant on the student messaging. However, we believe that it will, due to its location, entrepreneurs on the golf course, perhaps talking about business or things of that nature, would see it and be interested in taking it. And these would be people who are more eager and looking for a marketing agency. And this is just putting them in there, or putting the greenhouse in their mind and hopefully getting them to scan that QR code. Additionally, we have our Google ads. So this is something that we are expecting to be very great at generating leads outside of our guerrilla efforts. This is the one where we're allocating the majority of our budget, but we also think we'll have some of the best results through it. So some of the things we focused on is one-stop shop, student ran, some of our features we offer, next gen, student marketing agency, and like a small business solution are all some of the keywords we identified to help when people are Googling our name or those things that this ad will pop up. And ideally, we want it to be relevant to their search query, but also sell our solution as a one-stop small business solution for all your marketing needs. And so that's kind of what we're hoping will be a very big component of our marketing proposal. And additionally, we have our landing page. Our landing page is consistent with our branding highlight, or the greenhouse branding. Additionally, we have our entry form, and I wasn't able to capture it in the screenshot, but a little bit lower, we have some testimonials and a client portfolio. This is something that our competitors do, but we think it's important to kind of build validity in the greenhouse and help us stand out as a professional organization. Additionally, one thing we did was we made sure that our call to action highlights the solution we're offering. But that's all I've got for the creative messaging, and I'll turn it over for the expected results.
Perfect. As far as our expected results go, what we want to track this by and show here is showing results by the different stages in the marketing funnel. So starting with awareness, people that will see and interact with our T-Box advertising is going to be 13,000 people. With the way that we calculate this is by the total T times that are running during our campaign time period. And so calculating that and the different people that will come, calculating rain delays or whatever that may be, people canceling, people not showing. And so we hope to see around 13,000 people. Google paid search, this is where we're putting a lot of our focus and our efforts in. A lot of our budget is going towards our PPC, our Google advertising campaign. we putting a lot of our effort there, right? We want to see results there. And so this is the expected results that we want to see there. Intern poster frenzy, having our interns go out and then doing this poster frenzy that we've talked about earlier. We hope to see around 3,000 people will see these posters. As far as the raffle goes, people that are becoming aware of our raffle and becoming aware of this, we hopefully will see the 20,000 people will walk by our booth in that week. So having it at UVU campus and having people walk by and making them aware of the giveaway that we're doing through our raffle, we hope to see around 20,000. And then interest, right? So T-Box advertising, what is defining interest there is people scanning the QR code. We expect around 4% of the people that are at the golf course will scan the QR code. It could be more, but this is what we're hoping to see as far as interest goes. People do business on the golf course, so it's a good way where they can scan this, see how they can get more aware of our business. And then so Google, the next will be our Google paid search. This is again where we're putting a lot of our efforts. So 3% conversion rate. These are the expected results that we want to see. Student and faculty raffle. This is how many people we hope stop at our booth and talk with us. And so people are running to class, people are busy, people are walking and have their headphones in. And so this is what we expect to see with this. And so in total, these are the expected results that we hope to see from as far as interest goes. Next is intent. And so showing intent to buy is what this part of what we're showing. And so for T-Box advertising, when they go to that QR code, it will encourage them to fill out a lead form at that 4% that we spoke about. We expect around 21 leads to come in from this. People filling out these forms and then entering in that lead that goes to our sales team. The intern poster frenzy, we hope to see 3 people will engage with the interns, and so be able to engage and speak with them and show that intent to learn more about our product offering. The Google paid search, this is where we're again putting a lot of our efforts in. So this is what we hope to see, and so people engaging in that, and then student and showing that intent there. Student and faculty raffle, we expect 40 people will enter the raffle. So the people that we stop filling out these lead forms and such, that people they know that could utilize our business. And then this is the amount that we expect will show intent. And then conversions. This is what we're really focused on. This is what this whole campaign is running towards. And so for our T-Box advertising, from all these golfers that are out there, we expect to see one conversion, one new customer. What we're hoping to get out of that with all those interactions is people are doing their business on the golf course. That's where a lot of business takes place. They see this, how they can grow their business, and so hoping to get at least one conversion from that. Our PPC, our Google paid search advertising campaign, we hope to see 11 conversions. We are putting a lot of our focus and a lot of our efforts into this campaign, and so that is really what we're hoping to see there. Student and faculty raffle, we're hoping to see 2 conversions from that. So in grand total, we want to see 14 conversions. What that would do for our business and what our expected results would be in grand total, what our return on ad spend would be. And so with our 14 conversions at $3,000 each results in $42,000 of revenue. With our budget of $3,480, we expect that return on ad spend to be $38,520. And so that is what we're hoping to see out of this and what we're hoping to gain from our campaign. The ROI is definitely there, making it that this is a cost that is worth it to see these conversions, and these campaigns that we're running is something that's going to result great for our company.
So with our plan, the way that we are able to have this more of a unique marketing approach is we had one goal in mind, was to be in front of as many people as possible. There's the marketing rule of 7 where a certain customer or anything has to see something 7 times in order to be like, all right, kind of curious. So with our marketing tactic, the way that we are unique is that we are trying to, we are marketing towards having awareness. We want everyone to be able to know who the greenhouse is. And so what we wanted to do is be in front of as many people as possible and in creative ways, instead of just handing out flyers or just doing a social media campaign that anyone can really do. It's not really creative. or as effective if everyone's doing it. But we wanted to do things and take it the extra step. And so we wanted to kind of target different things. And so as we're targeting different things, we wanted to have different ways that people are being approached for the greenhouse. And so one of our tactics that we talked about here was doing a giveaway with the AirPods. And it's just someone that put down a small business that they know of. So for example, like House of Posters, they're kind of more famous here at UVU. House of Posters, someone comes up, they're like, oh, I know House of Posters. Like, I think they would really benefit from this, and hopefully I win some AirPods. That was our goal. And right there, we're able to have the connection. We know someone that knows someone else. And it's just a different way of kind of approaching our marketing and our campaign there. And then the other traditional way that we were looking at as well is Google Ads. Yes, Google Ads, everyone does it, but if you are not on the first page of Google search, you should pretty much give up at that point. And so we really wanted to bring the awareness to that and just hammer down as many Google Ads as we can. Just to, again, we want to be part of the 7 where you do see a product or you do see an ad 7 times, it starts to build that curiosity. And so we really thought that was going to be the most creative ways. Another way that we thought of as well, that's kind of more non-traditional that we had, that was having our ads on the tee times or the tee boxes at golf courses. Again, a lot more business-minded people will be at the golf courses. And so we can have some QR codes on there, get people's emails. Maybe even we can do like referrals. We could even do a giveaway with those. We have so much flexibility with those. And so we trying to target different types of people, even though they all are still business minded. We're having either referrals or we're going to be the more traditional in your face as far as like a printable ad, or we can have QR codes at places where business is being talked about. And so, or maybe it's someone else that's trying to strike a deal, whether they're getting bought out or anything. And so we're just trying to hammer out as many different tactics as possible, kind of go through it all directions. And then once we figure out which one is having the more, I guess you can say, success, which one's getting more attention, then we can start narrowing it down and putting more funds towards those type of ad campaigns.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Cameron. As you can see, our plan has some really unique elements that we think are a bit more outside the box than the typical presentation. As Cameron was saying, we kind of wanted to avoid just doing like a social media campaign and things of that nature because that space is very crowded. So that's why we went with more guerrilla tactics, such as a poster frenzy or giveaways, leveraging college students' connections. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and please see also some of the attached documents that we've included in this upload for kind of more details and also higher res images of the slides and also our marketing material. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.